Sarah Palin was asked to give some advice to Ben Carson moving forward in his presidential campaign. This is, of course, the last person you would want to give election advice to anybody. She lost horribly. But nevertheless, here we are. Sarah, take it away.
Dr. Ben Carson has been a favorite among conservatives, but lately he's dropped in the polls. What would you advise him to do?
Oh, I so admire him and his intelligence. And I love even, JD, his innocence, if you will. And I say that with all due. He's not jaded and tainted, it seems like, with that political process that, man, it's brutal, isn't it? I mean, it can just wear you down, and yet he is still, he still seems to be able to take another step forward. Yeah, it's a tough road in front of him, but as long as he keeps being candid and speaking truth and not letting political consultants or those around him who would ever want to kind of change his message, just not let anybody try to shape you and mold you into something that some consultant wants you to be, that's a big mistake. But it is tough jumping up there on a national stage when you hadn't been there before, to really dig into the idiosyncrasies of some of the issues and the details of some of our, especially foreign policy issues. So it's a long, hard road in front of him, but you know, I just have all the respect in the world for Dr. Carson.
Oh, that was precious. Oh, that was adorable. I have so much to say about that. So at the end, everybody should have been cringing, because this is Sarah Palin talking about, yeah, gosh, you know, the details and the idiosyncrasies of foreign... She just learned that word like 8 minutes ago. Of foreign policy. That's the hard part. Gosh, golly, gee, I can see Russia from my backyard. Okay, she suffered in that department, clearly. She had no clue what she was doing. She said, I could see Russia from my backyard. She was asked about the Bush Doctrine, to which she responded, and she's like, well, what faction of the Bush Doctrine are you talking about? The Bush Doctrine is preemptive war. She was running for president and didn't fucking know that. She apparently didn't know dick about Hamas. That's a recurring theme with people who try to become president in the U.S. who don't know anything. Usually Hamas and Hezbollah are their weak points. Are like, huh, who? Ben Carson said in a speech, he referred to Hamas as hummus. And actually, to be fair, my interpretation of it, I didn't hear Hamas or hummus. I heard hummus. So like a mix in between. Hamus is kind of what I heard. But either way, he don't know about it. He don't know anything about it. This is the guy who said in the debate, we now know that China is fighting in Syria. To which every political analyst around the world was like, okay, what? No, that is indeed not true. No. Who let this guy on the stage? This is fucking crazy. But that's why, you know, she's giving the little wink and the nod, like, he doesn't know shit. I don't know shit. I'm for you, Ben. I'm rooting for you, buddy. Oh my God, it's so sad to watch this. And like, I often think to myself, how can other people, like, if you consider yourself a Republican or a conservative or right wing or whatever, how can you not see that and just go, oh my God, these people are in my party. People, oh my God, I can't believe that this is somebody. And it's not like, you know, their popularity is something you can scoff at. Ben Carson briefly held the lead in the Republican primary. Sarah Palin has a dedicated and loyal fan base. I mean, I guess you can get some percentage of people to support anything, but let's just say the numbers are a little scary when you look at the totality of the right-wing base and how many of them really, yeah, Sarah's great. Ben's so smart. He knows so much. And then notice the point she made about being candid and don't listen to the political consultants. My response to that is, no, Sarah, political consultants were invented precisely for people like you and Ben Carson. You know, like if you know what you're talking about, and you have political consultants that are trying to mold you to act a certain way and be politician-like with your finger like this when you talk and speak in a way doesn't really sound human with weird, awkward pauses. Okay, then I get, yeah, blow off the consultants because they're not helping you. But when you don't know anything about anything, when you are a twat waffle on the national stage, well, then you need the political consultants so that they can be there to tell you, hey, slapstick, China's not in Syria, all right? Hey, Sarah, you can see Russia from your backyard. That doesn't mean you know anything about foreign policy. Okay, Pumpkin? The political consultants were made for you.